calling all wizards. This is your ministry. Our wizarding community is at risk of exposure. Traces of magic are appearing all over the Muggle world, revealing magic to Muggle eyes. We are heading towards quite the debacle. Unless we act now. Unless we act together. Fellow wizards, ready your wands. Help keep Muggles none the wiser. Help contain the calamity. Help save our world. Wizards, unite!
Hi, I'm Gita Lovegood, and today we are going to be covering the official Wizards Unite trailer. So we're going to be going through this trailer together and breaking it down, and I'm really excited to see what you guys have to think about this. We start off in what looks like a soccer field, or football for those of you that are outside of the US, and then it's glitching because there are some Death Eaters entering. It switches around, calling all wizards, Statute of Secrecy Task Force. So right here we've got a monster book of monsters inside of a convenience store, and then the next scene we see the threat level clock, and so it's going from a low threat to a moderate threat. It took me a minute to figure out what this was, but oh my gosh, Fluffy is loose out in the Muggle world? What? Wow. Alright, so next we've got The Guardian, which seems to be a UK news source. Mysterious incidents at an all-time high. And this should have come out April 17th is when Fluffy was loose. April 17th, April 16th-ish. The next one is a BuzzFeed article. Giant bug blamed for embarrassing defeat. And yeah, I bet those pixies were very pesky on that football pitch, or on that, it looks like a baseball pitch? That's a baseball glove, right? All right, next. Oh my gosh. The Sorting Hat is on Vogue? What? That is goals right there. Like, what? I love that. This is my best Vogue pose. This unfortunately was not made for an adult-sized head. If you look up in this corner over here, these all have little tags that show that they are SOS Task Force found things, traces. Next, it looks like Sci-Fi Wire is the one that reported on the broomsticks out in Australia. And we've got in Japan, you can see this is a hippogriff. Oh my goodness. And back to the soccer field. There is so much going on in this video. So we move to the high threat level, and this guy is probably doing exactly what I would be doing if I had a monster book of monsters come in and I didn't know what to do. So we're flashing through some of the trailers that we have already gotten, and then we are getting bits and pieces of other trailers. It kind of feels like they meant to release those trailers earlier, like around those dates, and they just never did. So I'm curious if we were supposed to get this game sooner and then something happened and they had to push it back. What do you guys think? All right, so ready your wands. We are at the danger threat level. Fluffy is going at that food truck. Oh, and that convenience store guy was throwing food at the monster book? Interesting. This is somebody that's, if you look at this little soccer scene, I'm gonna click through slowly. So look at this. This is somebody that is behind the fence that's filming through at what's going on and catching all of this magic. So is that another Muggle? Is that another trace? Unexplained activity. All right, I paused it at the perfect spot. So up here, we've got the London missing 5. Ooh, okay. London 5, still missing. Still missing. We need to find these London 5. So this is actually really exciting. This is our first official look at the plot line that we're going to have in Wizards Unite. Yes, there will be a plot line that keeps us going and mysteries that we have to be solving all the time. So as a little Ravenclaw, I'm super excited about this. So the London 5 is still missing. Families are left outraged and somewhat hysterical as investigation into one of the biggest tragedies in recent wizarding history is closed. With no further leads, there's a better chance of finding a bowtruckle in a pile of twigs than finding them. A bowtruckle in a pile of twigs? That's really funny. That's like our Muggle little needle in a haystack kind of reference, so I really like that. Next, we have the Love Room entrance log. Shout out to Lynette. She found a little link earlier to what a love room is. So there is a love room that is inside the Department of Mysteries, and it's got these really, really potent love potions, and that's basically what people are studying when they go into this love room. So if you scroll down to if you look at the very bottom of this, it says, if you scroll down to the very bottom of this little, if you look at the bottom of this little sign-in sheet, it says Grimm's entering the love room at odd times. So they're making a little note that if you compare Grimm to all the other people except Gareth Greengrass, they're all going in the morning, and Grimm and Gareth are going in the evening. So interesting. Not really sure why he would need to go in so late at night when the ministry is likely closed. In the top right hand corner, it's a different language, so if you happen to know this translation, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know what that says. So right below that, we've got witness transcript, Mathilda Grimblehawk, and the interview is conducted by Constance Pickering. So these are the two signatures that we have been seeing the most on almost all of these teaser trailers. So these are very important people in the game. So where were you on the morning of the incident? It was a very normal morning, really. Let's see, I replied to a flock of memos. Love that, a flock of memos. Like anytime we see those little memos flying across the sky, we can refer to them as a flock. Love that. I replied to a flock of memos, sent a couple of owls, nothing particularly eventful. The office started raining again, probably around mid-morning, so I nipped off for a quick pumpkin juice. The office started raining again. Good to know. How did you end up at the love chamber? Well, I'm not sure. I must admit, it's a tad on the fuzzy side, but I'm certain I was there on official important business. It's just at this point in time, I can't tell you precisely what that business was. Mathilda, why are you being shady? Mathilda, why are you being shady? Mathilda, what do you know? Mathilda! Whew! Alright, is that Mathilda or Matilda? If you live in the UK, I'm pretty sure that this is a UK name. So how do you pronounce that? Is it Matilda? Because I would love to say Matilda instead of Mathilda. It's a little bit easier on the tongue. Alright, below that, we get a mention of Hermione. Okay, so, to Constance Pickering from Hermione. Subject, urgent requests to establish new department. So Hermione is asking Constance for help. As you are well aware, the calamity is causing more havoc than we could have ever imagined. It is imperative that we get on top of it without delay. Therefore, we would like you to help us set up a new department tasked with the sole purpose of containing the calamity and recruiting wizards to the cause. We are calling this department the Statute of Secrecy Task Force. So, woohoo! So, we know that Hermione is the real reason that we have the Statute of Secrecy Task Force. Thank you, Hermione. This is amazing. I love being part of the force. And it seems like this is also letting us know that Constance is kind of going to be our lead of the force. If we scroll a little bit to the left, it says Letter from the Japanese Ministry of Magic, and it's got this letter written in Japanese. So if you happen to speak Japanese, again, I would love to know what this says. And then finally, in the bottom left-hand corner, it says, everyone keeps telling me to let this go, to focus on the here and now, but I will never let it go. I will find you. Oh, Nell. Nell? Is that Nell? Do you guys think that's Nell? Oh, Nell. Every conversation we've ever had, everything you couldn't say, unforgivable. Unforgivable, maybe. But I have hope. Maybe Prague will give me the answer? Is that Prague? Like the place? Did she go to Prague? Am I reading that right? Is that Prague? Like Q? Huh. That looks like a G. And then I seek. They love most and leave into the oist? What? I can't be reading that right. Let me know what you guys think. And then it says spell, question mark, very rare and ancient. So they're also wondering what was scratched out from this letter. Very curious. Help save our world. Oh, he just ran out. And then we've got, it looks like Hermione's wand. And then it turns into the phone. And circling around that are a bunch of spells. Now, on all of these black and white photos, there have been these little strips of words that are in every sort of different language. So I might do another video after this, breaking all of those down, depending on how quickly we get the game. Because I'm kind of inclined to think that we're going to get the game tomorrow. And in that case, maybe I'll come back to this at a later date when we're trying to figure out the plot line. I'm not completely sure. But if the game doesn't drop tomorrow, I will likely do a video trying to figure out this little mystery within this video. Alright, and then it ends with the Death Eaters and the wizards fighting, and it says emergency level, enlist immediately. What's throwing me off is it kind of looks like a cool duel, and we're not going to be able to play as Death Eaters. So I'm confused as to why they showed that particularly. Well, this was a lot. I feel like there's a lot more that I could break down into, but for now, I just want to get this up and see what you guys think so that maybe we can brainstorm together down in the comment section, because if any of you guys have ever commented, then you know that I love to comment back and keep a conversation going back and forth, and I just love talking to you guys. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below. When do you think that we're going to get this game? Are you excited about this trailer? This was a roller coaster of a day. This was an intense day. And as I say in every video, I can't wait to get my hands on this game and be able to look at all the clues that are already in gameplay too and piece everything together from there. It's exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Those of you that hit the like button or commented or subscribed, I really appreciate you guys a lot. Anytime I see a new subscriber come to the channel, it puts a really big smile on my face. So I want to say thank you. Alright, that's all until next time. So you guys know what to do. Make sure to use your magic wisely and keep an eye out for Dementors. Nox.